All right, what is going on, you guys? Brian here with a quick rundown of what happened on tonight's episodes of AEW Dark Elevation, as well as Monday Night Raw. So I'm going to make this a two recaps in one video. So let's see. Let me get my notes here. So on Raw or on Elevation, we saw Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford pick up a win in mixed tag action. Frankie Kazarian, he picked up a win on Elevation. Athena was also victorious. The Butcher and the Blade, they won their tag team match. Jay Lethal and the Giant Satnam Singh, they were victorious in tag action. Serena Deeb and Emi Sakura, they defeated Sky Blue and Madison Rayne. And in the main event, the Gun Club defeated the debuting Bollywood Boys, who are former WWE talent. So that was pretty much it for Elevation. Then on Raw, we saw Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar get into a fight at the beginning of the show that ended with Lashley putting Lesnar through the announce table. The OC, they were in action. The returning Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, they were in tag team action against the Alpha Academy, and they were victorious. Afterwards, AJ Styles and Gallows and Anderson were in the ring. The Judgment Day came out and challenged them to a six-man tag match at Crown Jewel. Also, during this segment, Dominic Mysterio and AJ Styles would agree to a match later on in the show. So that was it for that. We heard from the new United States Champion, Seth Rollins, who was interrupted by Mustafa Ali. And they wound up going at it with Rollins getting the better of the exchange. Then we saw the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions in action as Damage Control, Dakota Kai and Io Sky, the Women's Tag Team Champions representing that trio. They defeated Candice LeRae and Bianca Belair. We had a backstage segment that started out with an interview with Matt Riddle, who had an opportunity tonight at the United States title against Seth Rollins. He talked about Rollins. He would then see Ali, who was still recovering from the beating that he got during the segment with him and Rollins. And Riddle promised when he won the United States title, he would give Ali the first opportunity. Then they would run into Miz, who was scheduled to face Dexter Lumis in a match tonight on Raw. However, Miz apparently had slipped and fell, and because he blamed the janitor for it, that they didn't mop the floor or whatever, and it was slippery, and he fell, hurt his knee, and he can't compete. So, and we would find out later on during another backstage segment with Miz complaining about his knee hurting, where Johnny Gargano came up and basically was like, and taunted Miz like, "Oh my God, it's Dexter Lumis," and it caused Miz to hop up and run away. So that was it for that. Then we had Cora Jade ask Rhea Ripley to be Roxanne Perez's opponent tomorrow on NXT because it is Pick Your Poison night on NXT for Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez ahead of this Saturday night's NXT Halloween Havoc, where Cora Jade will face opponent of Roxanne Perez's choosing, which turned out to be this past Friday night on SmackDown. Roxanne chose Raquel Rodriguez to face Cora Jade tomorrow night on NXT, and tonight on Raw, Cora Jade chose Rhea Ripley to face Roxanne Perez tomorrow night on NXT. Then we had a JBL in-ring promo where he introduced, and I'm sorry guys if you see like my green screen popping up because I'm trying to record this video in front of my green screen, but so JBL announced that there was a trade, as you saw last Friday night on SmackDown. If you guys watched it, I mean, I know I didn't watch it, but I heard what happened. Rey Mysterio, now a part of the SmackDown roster, and being traded for him, SmackDown wound up giving Raw Baron Corbin, who apparently will be under the tutelage of JBL. And I think that's a good thing for Baron Corbin. I think that he needs someone with that type of experience to guide him. And JBL is a great heel when he was in the ring. So, but Baron Corbin was in action, and he was victorious over Dolph Ziggler. We had a backstage segment where Cameron Grimes, who tomorrow night on NXT needs 2 tag team partners to team up with him in 6-man tag action against Joe Gacy and the Schism, he wound up choosing Gallows and Anderson. So he asked them, and they accepted. So Gallows and Anderson will team up with Cameron Grimes tomorrow night on NXT to face Joe Gacy and the Schism. We saw Dominic Mysterio, with the help of Rhea Ripley, defeat AJ Styles. The Miz versus Dexter Lumis match did not take place, as when Dexter Lumis made his entrance, Miz attacked him and hit a skull-crushing finale, so that match did not take place. And then we had a Damage Control interview with Bayley and Dakota Kai and Io Sky, and it was revealed that next week Bayley will challenge for the Raw Women's Championship against Bianca Belair. Will next week be Bayley's night to regain the title? We'll have to wait and see. But that was it for that. And then in the main event, it was Seth Rollins defeating Matt Riddle to retain the United States title. Elias, who had made his return on tonight's episode, kind of cost Riddle the match. He was at ringside, and Rollins ended up on the outside of the ring and wanted Elias to hit him, but that was not the case. And then when Riddle looked like he was having the match won, he was going for the RKO. Elias came in the ring, and right when Riddle went to hit the RKO on Seth, Seth pushed Riddle into Elias, and that was what cost Riddle the match, as Rollins would hit the stomp on Riddle to retain and pin him 1-2-3 to retain the U.S. title. And then afterwards, Rollins would go to hit Riddle again he would hit the stomp on Elias, and then he would go to hit the stomp again on Riddle, but here comes Mustafa Ali to make the save and chase Rollins away into the crowd after they were fighting. So that was pretty much it for Raw. So that pretty much wraps up this video. Once again, I'm sorry guys if you see a little part of my green screen popping up in this video. I'm trying to record it, do a better job of recording in front of a green screen. That's why I'm having this background here. So with that in mind, if you guys watched Raw tonight or you watched Elevation, let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments below. This has been my AEW Dark Elevation and WWE Monday Night Raw recap. As always, I am Brian, and I will see you next time. See ya.